Well, thank you, Steve, for that input, and I appreciate it. Well,
I just want to say, I've been on this board for 8 years and leaving next month, and I truly appreciate what you've said here today, and totally, I guess I disagree with you because I know Mary Fetch intimately. I've known Fred for 8 years, and longer than that, I guess. And Carolyn, and I think what you're the unfortunate, I'm not going to say victim, but what unfortunately that happens in the media is to gravitate toward the negative. And I'm a PR professional. I have been for 25 years. And I know very painfully your sentiment about what about the good news. And I guess what I would say is I don't know if it's really the fault of your own staff for not trying to get it out. Because I've been in these meetings twice a month for 8 years, and heard, you know, of course, the accidents and the difficulties and the security breaches and problems. But overall, I have an overwhelming good feeling about the hundreds of you that do this job every day. And it's not just because I sit in these meetings. I feel like I've read stories, features that have profiled operators, bus drivers, max operators, people who have done the tough job every day in all kinds of weather and all kinds of circumstances. So I guess I would say that I'm not sure how much blame you can put on your own staff and how much is it, you know, the media in general that follow the story that's of the moment. And so I totally support what you're saying. I'm just wondering a little bit of, you know, where the blame is. I wouldn't say it's all at their feet.
May I respond to that?
Sure.
You recall last summer and early fall when the conservative think tank Cascade Policy Institute was running ads on the 3 major networks and the radio stations. Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
No.
Wow, that's a bombshell. You saw none of those ads. You saw nothing on the news on them.
What was the topic?
When John Charles from the Cascade Policy Institute was running those ads about excessive benefits of TriMet employees, and you know, and one of the things that led into it was free fitness centers, free breast reduction, free eyeglasses, no copay, free nutritionalists. I felt at that time that our executive director and director of communications should have been right on the news, refuting those statements which were obviously false. And those festered in the talk radio. It bled into the editorials in the newspaper, and nobody was basically calling them on their falsehoods. No one that I saw, and I follow the news fairly closely because I'm only a part-time driver. I have a lot of time on my hands. I saw no one or heard no one refute those claims. It's just, in fact, one of these stations that covered this meeting today ran a featured story, and I'm quoting verbatim or almost paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing here. The same deal that drove GM into bankruptcy is happening at TriMet. That was never refuted. You know, comparing GM's bankruptcy to TriMet benefits, Sue, I disagree with you.
I guess what I would ask is how much is refuted versus how much is then replayed in the media. I mean, I guess I would advocate that. My guess is calls have been made and efforts have been, I'm just guessing, but knowing the people at play, Fred is nodding. So I mean, maybe a solution is to have more representation from you guys in terms of what the good stories are, and some method to get those to Mary and to Carolyn, and I mean, we can end this now, but
okay,
but I just want you to know that I guess after 8 years, I don't think nothing has been done because there have been a lot of good stories.
All right. Well.
As we break, you know, a very good point. If you think about the operators of the year, I mean, these are celebrating people who do excellent work every single day. You know, you get little snippets of probably about 2 inches, inches space in it. But look at our Operator of the Year, Shaler. What the story that was about that was not his work at TriMet, it was that he used to be a trailblazer. And so the story isn't celebrating what was the Operator of the Year, that is excellent performance. It's about something unrelated in the sense of being responsible. So we try. We don't always, as you know, Sue, we don't get